Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to have some Division 17 online ranked gameplay in the light heavyweight division using the former champ, the legendary Polish power himself, Jan Blachowicz versus Ankalaev. Now this fight did happen recently, ended up being a draw, which then the belt didn't get assigned to anyone, and Glover Teixeira, of course, fought Hill for it, and Hill ended up winning. But yeah, the fight itself, I feel like Jan had very good moments, especially with the leg kicks and stuff like that. But obviously we're not here to go over the actual fight. But yeah, I'm using Jan, legendary Polish power himself, and now he's always been an option at light heavyweight. A lot of people have utilised him, a lot of content creators in particular. Shout out to my guy JMMA, who I've seen using him quite a lot and is very, very good with him. And just based off that, I watched a lot of Jay's content, and based off seeing him use him and how well we utilised him and the success he had with him, I thought, why not give him a try? And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm very much so enjoying using him. I still, right now, he's probably my main at light heavyweight, although I cycle between him and Glover Teixeira. But yeah, there's something about him. I'm enjoying using him. I still don't know who I prefer between the two, but he's definitely a viable option, and I utilise him a little bit differently to how other people utilise him. I incorporate the grappling a lot, and I'll explain the ideology behind that throughout the video. But before we get into all of that, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys for the support on the recent content. It's just been overwhelming. I'm, just blown away by the support I've been getting lately, and I just want to say a huge thank you to all. And if you have any content suggestions, let me know in the comments below. It may take me a little while to work around to recording that video, but I won't forget, and I will get that uploaded. So yeah, if you do like the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you enjoy, don't forget to subscribe for more UFC 4 content. I try upload weekly. But yeah, getting into the breakdown itself. So you see it's round one, and if you watch my content, you know the round one I usually take off. I try to figure out what the other fighter is going to do, what my opponent's going to look to utilise, especially with a fighter like Ankalaev that can mix up everything very, very well. And you'll see that very early on that I've chose to initiate the grappling. This is going to be the second takedown of the fight. Here I end up on his back, and the time beforehand I ended up in side control. But you'll notice both takedowns came from the cage, and like I said, I really like to incorporate the cage takedowns, especially with someone that Jan's got good wrestling, but not to the point where I feel comfortable just openly shooting in the middle of the octagon. I'd rather utilise the cage because it's an easier way of getting the fight onto the ground. And you can see here I'm just sort of wasting away at the clock. I was trying to see what Ankalaev was looking to do, if he was going to move. And like I said, this is a Division 20 fighter, so I know that it's going to be a good fight. And the referee, Dean, eventually stands us up. But the reason I like to grapple is I like to use him a little bit like Glover Teixeira, and people might be a bit confused by that, but the reason for this is, of course, he's not going to have... By the way, that definitely should have dropped him. I mean, I knew that was coming, yeah, I knew that head kick was coming because he was throwing that straight and then roundhouse to the body, so it was only a matter of time, and I saw how much was left on the clock, and I thought, okay, he's definitely going to throw it now. Don't know how that didn't result in at least a stun, to be honest with you, but yeah. Getting back to why I like to utilise him with the grappling. Obviously, his submissions aren't going to be as good as Glover Teixeira. That's obvious, alright. Glover his jiu-jitsu is off the charts, but he has the Kimura from side control, which is one of my favourite submissions, and I'm really, really good at getting it because it transitions into the armbar, and I think that mini game is quite winnable. And side control is like where I spend most of my time on the ground. So purely for that reason, and I just do feel comfortable on the ground with him, but purely for that reason in particular, I feel very comfortable with being on top. And you can see here, get another takedown. So that's 3 takedowns so far in the fight, and he's in side control. So you'll see that I look to deny some transitions. I can see he has the Kimura, but ideally here I'm just looking to inflict some damage, deny transitions, and wear away at that stamina, get into crucifix here. And yeah, you'll see that I'm not shying away from the ground, and this is something that a lot of Jan players do. They normally use it to they anti-wrestle, like sprawl and brawl, but they keep the fight predominantly on the feet when I think he can be utilised on the ground, especially on top. Of course, on the bottom he's not going to be as good as some of the other fighters in the division, and his grappling overall won't be as good as some of the fighters in the division because this can be a very grapple heavy division. However, I definitely think that it's a viable option. You can see here that I'm more than comfortable grappling with him, and it's something that if you like to use Jan, I definitely recommend incorporating, because you can whittle them away on the ground and deter them from going to the ground. And then when it's on the feet, you've got that devastating power, as you can see here. And I'm just slowly starting to pick away Ankalaev right now. Good knee to the midsection. That was meant to be a teep. But yeah, so I do use him slightly different to how other people use him. I really like to incorporate that grappling, and I think it works out very well, I'm going to be honest with you. And you guys let me know what you think about that, because I'm sure that some of you may disagree, some of you may agree. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And that knockdown was absolutely filthy. Like, that was extremely well timed. And right now I'm finding my range, having good success, and mixing in everything very well. And I'm just going to look to build off of that again. Another knockdown here. So a very, very dominant round. It's just his power. He just feels so when he lands clean, it's just different. Like, people just drop, and you can see I hit him with the combo he was hitting me with earlier, that roundhouse to the body. And I feel like a lot of people don't use their roundhouses when they're using Jan, which is crazy, because if you watch that Dominic Reyes fight back, those roundhouse he was landing to his body, I mean, the marks he had on the side of his body, like every single roundhouse land clean and was perfect at the exact same spot. If you guys haven't watched that, I definitely recommend watching that back. And that fight was great. I mean, the knockout was beautiful as well. But that's why it's something I look to utilize. You can see that I get stunned, but I've done a lot of damage now to Ankalaev, to the point where the smallest of touches will result in a knockdown. That Polish power was really transmitting and carrying through. And one thing that I've been trying to do, which you don't see too much of in this gameplay, is use the leg kicks as well when I use Jan. When I upload a video of him again further on down the line, you'll see that I incorporate the leg kicks a lot, because that's something he definitely had success with against Ankalaev. He had him real hurt to the legs, and that's something I try to copy. I thought he was going to go to the head there, which is why I was ducking. But a very dominant round, and this just gives you a small insight onto how you can mix everything together with Jan and find success against someone that's a good opponent and using a good fighter in Ankalaev, who Ankalaev himself is extremely well rounded. So it's not like I'm just fighting a fellow striker, and just taking him down and holding him there. No, I'm fighting someone that is a high level fighter and a very versatile fighter. So it's giving you guys a true showcase into what Jan can do, because with that John Jones video that I posted when I was fighting that cheeser, like I said, it's not the cleanest gameplay to show you guys, because I'm fighting someone that's got an extremely toxic playstyle, and you're not going to fight in the same way you would ordinarily. So this gives you an insight here. So as you can see, Ankalaev's throwing the same combinations now. I'm sort of catching on to it. That's why I'm catching the kick. So whenever I catch the kick, I circle away towards the octagon fence to look to get that takedown. You can see that I'm using the body uppercut a lot, because I'm finding a home for it, and if I'm not getting uppercutted back and stunned as a result of it, I'm definitely going to look to utilize it, because the more I can work that body, the more I can whittle away Ankalaev's stamina, the easier it's going to be to get knockdowns. And that's a beautiful knockout finish, and I think he quits here. So just want to say a huge thank you again for all the support. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more UFC 4 content, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.